Welcome to Better Sports, your home for all things sports. We're talking basketball, football, soccer, toe wrestling, egg throwing, cheese rolling, cheese boxing, chess boxing, that is. I'm Miles. I'm joined by my friend David here. David, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Mention all these sports, of course. Unfortunately, you guys are going to have to wait. Today, we're talking football. Okay? We're going to get into some buy low, sell highs.
Sell high.
I guess I'll start it off. First off the block, we got Sterling Shepard. In the midst of the New York Giants getting squashed by the Los Angeles Rams, Sterling Shepard logged 10 receptions for 76 yards. On the surface, it looks like a big performance, especially in PPR scoring. What the box score doesn't include, however, is the fact that Kenny Golladay didn't play. Additionally, Kadarius Toney left the game early with an injury. With no Saquon Barkley either, Shepard was essentially all the Giants had left. We're going to call him a sell high. Okay? Now, moving on to our boy, Laviska Shenault. Okay? Frustrating season of Laviska continued on Sunday, but it wasn't all bad. Shenault finished with 6 receptions for 54 yards, including a clutch diving catch on a slant for a first down right at the end of regulation that set up the Jaguars' game-winning field goal. His fantasy day could have been bigger considering he had 10 targets and didn't secure a touchdown. Shenault and Marvin Jones Jr. each saw 10 targets in this game, separating themselves from the rest of the pack. Shenault is highly athletic. He's big. He's fast and physical. With the ball in his hands, his fantasy managers might be frustrated with the up and down performances so far this season. If you could trade for him, do it. Rookie quarterback Trevor Lawrence is only getting better as he continues to adjust to the NFL. We're going to buy low on your boy. And next. I expect a lot of blowback on this one. That's fine. That's fine. Doubt me and see how you were wrong and I was right. It's your boy, Derrick Henry.
Oh,
I know. I know. Henry piled on 640 rushing yards and 7 TDs over the first 5 weeks. He's receiving otherworldly workloads, averaging 31.25 carries and 2.75 receptions per game since week 2. That's insane. Taking out his light workload in week 1, if you extrapolate, a big word, okay, extrapolate actually, his 31.25 carries per game, over the remaining 16 games, you get a grand total of exactly 500 rushing attempts. The single season rushing attempts record is 416, set by Larry Johnson in 2006. There have been only 5 seasons in the history of the NFL where a running back has logged over 400 carries. Anytime you're getting into statistical territory that approaches NFL record levels, it's a clear statistical anomaly that should probably be bet against. Henry is currently tearing up the league, but it remains to be seen if he can hold up this workload. With as high as his price is, if you can get someone willing to give you 2 elite players for him, I'd be willing to sell. Okay? That's your boy. That's Derrick Henry. That's your sell high.
that's your sell high.
That's your sell high. Get rid of him, man.
Put him back up there for me, if you will, Miles.
Nope.
I would something right now, right? I think you got the story all wrong on my boy Derrick Henry. Look at those 43 yards, 3 touchdowns. Listen,
guys, you gotta sell high on these things. You can't just look at this and say this is. You can't expect this kind of workload all year long. No way.
You know what? The workhorse, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. I am telling you, the most underrated running back in the NFL. If you have him, and if you're in the fantasy football 2021, Mike Greensberg, I don't think that you sell him, period. As a matter of fact, wherever you are in the nation, in my opinion, You hold on to him, strap on, fight him all the way to the Super Bowl, because that man will put you there.
And that's it. I don't want to hear no more, David. And we will see next week. There will be a down performance, a down week on your boy Derrick Henry.
Before we go any further, let me just say one more thing. Where Derrick Henry's at, there's nowhere to go but down. The man's putting up awesome numbers. So if he's down by a few points here and there, don't expect a 40-point game every week from Derrick Henry. But again, like I said, if you got him, hold on to him.
The very definition of sell high. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sell high. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. What do you got, Dave?
All right, so I got some lows. I got some buy lows for you. Going with Mr. Claypool right here. Look at that. Look at those numbers. Look at the numbers. I mean, you got 0 touchdowns in the last game. You got 17 yards. But you also had, coming from a bad week, and then also a bye week on number 7. So I think once he comes back, I see some good numbers. You can buy him really, really low. I guess if you're in fantasy football 2021, the Gypsy League, everybody thinks that they have gold in that league, and it takes an act of Congress to buy anybody.
It's called pennies for gold.
And you're looking to trade him, and you're putting him on the block. Somebody can get him low, and I think some big numbers coming from a bad week and also a bye week 7. Gives him a little bit of time there. He comes back, you'll see some numbers coming for him.
I like it.
Also, Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, on average, 4.7 yards per carry. Jalen Hurts quarterback. You know, you haven't seen a whole lot from Sanders. There's just not that connection there. But I do see that the running game there is going to be a lot more. Again, 0 touchdowns. 0. But they're going to be targeting him more in the red zone, in my opinion. I see that 4.7 going close to 10 yards. So be on the lookout for him.
Oh, yeah.
Amari Cooper is my last and final. Now, Amari Cooper, also, you're going to see that 0 touchdowns, has been playing horribly for the past, in my opinion, since the beginning of the season. But you got Gallup coming back. Coverage is going to go there. So you see Amari Cooper coming. Guess what? Numbers are going to go up. They're going to target him more in the red zone. I see Amari Cooper putting up big numbers. If you got him and you're looking to just unleash him with a package deal, buy him low, because I promise you his numbers are going to go much higher, and you won't have much invested in him. So those are my 3 for this week.
I like it. Actually, your boy Miles Sanders was my buy low last week, and we had a late start to the show. He actually already played. It was a Thursday game, and he still put up a dud performance. But even at that, I like doubling down. I like that you mentioned him this week, because you can even go further with the buy low. People are fed up with him. You know, it's time to move him, and you control even less now. Like, thank God you didn't do it last week. If you didn't, get him now. Get him now. He's got to wake up.
Week 3, bad numbers in week 4, 5, 6. Coming up on week 7, bye weeks. And then when he comes back, you got Gallup coming back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're going to expect some coverage there. So, again, I think it opens up. I think that the play calling is going to be different. I think you're going to see a lot more of a run game there. And I think you're going to see his field open up. So you can buy him low. Oh, yeah. And if you do, you don't have a whole lot invested in him, and you can put him in a possible flex position where you'll see some good numbers coming from him.
Yeah. And I mean, the price you're going to pay from, even if it doesn't work out, you'd be crazy not to take the shot. Buy him. Find him. Whoever owns him, buy him. Okay. Love it. I love the Amari pick. I love the Sanders pick. Now, on to my favorite part of the show, the best bets. David, last week we both went 1 and 2. Actually, Chris was on as well. He went 1 and 2 as well. All 3 of us.
Co-host.
Yeah.
Yes, our last co-host, Chris PGA, went 1-2 with his picks. And last week, he had Denver at a loss. He also had Seattle at a loss. And the one pick he did have was Kansas City. So last week, his picks was at 2-1, and I believe mine was too. Correct, Miles?
Correct. 1-2. Everybody across the board, 1-2. And you know, the bet that I thought wasn't gonna come in, like I wasn't that confident, is the one that came in. I do like a pick'em thing every week. I'll do like I'll just, you know, put down whoever I think is gonna win no matter what, just to see how I'm doing. And I got almost every other game, but my favorites, the ones I brought on the show, shamed me publicly. Not a fan. Yeah. But all that changes this week. We're going 3-0, baby. Okay, starting off.
Where's your picks?
Oh, you want my picks?
Absolutely.
All right. Starting off with the Chicago Bears at Tampa Bay. Chicago gave the reins to rookie quarterback Justin Fields. So far, he hasn't been able to do much with a struggling offense. Fields has completed 54% of his passes for 632 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, earning a total quarterback rating of 23.2 out of 100. Only rookie our boy Zachy Wilson of the New York Jets has been worse among starting quarterbacks. In the NFL, teams are scoring on 2-minute drills like never before. With no passing attack to speak of, the Bears probably will have to rely on the run against Tampa Bay, which is not a recipe for success against the Buccaneers front line. That features a 6'4", 347-pound Vita Vea. Okay? The Bucs defensive line has been the second best run stopping unit this season. Take the Bucs. Just take the Bucs and be done with it. All right? Next, we got Kansas City Chiefs at the Titans. Tennessee pulled out a crucial win against Buffalo on Monday night, but it came at a great cost. Left tackle Taylor Lewan was carted off the field on a backboard in the first half. Later, wide receiver Julio Jones tweaked his hamstring, and first-round rookie cornerback Caleb Farley suffered a season-ending ACL injury. The team's top cornerback Christian Fulton had landed on injured reserve with a hamstring injury before the game. The Titans' secondary was expected to be a below-average unit, so the latter two injuries will only make it harder for them to compete. Kansas City started to hit its stride in the second half of Sunday's win at Washington. Patrick Mahomes, after struggling early with 2 interceptions, went 19 for 24 in the second half, producing 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. If he is that efficient against Tennessee's shorthanded secondary, Titans are in for a long day. Okay? Give me the Chiefs. And my favorite bet, somehow or another, the Lions seem to just peek their way into every one of my, top picks. All right. But here's the thing. The first time I went against them, I reverse cursed them and they covered. Okay. They didn't win, but they covered. So let me I guess, go for it again, because we're going for the Rams. So spoiler alert. Matthew Stafford's revenge game will look a lot like other revenge games, except the sacrificial lambs are the visiting Lions. Detroit hit a wall against Cincinnati at home last week, simply breaking down from winless frustration after several previous close games. The Rams are relentless in smashing bad teams, something they've proved against the Giants. They will treat Honolulu Blue like Big Blue, with their defense prepared to keep things rough on former QB Jared Goff. And that is my picks of the week.
Well done. Well done. Well, duly noted, and we'll come back next week to find out how well you did with your picks.
3-0, baby.
Last week.
Oh, yeah. Dave, give us your picks.
Gentlemen, welcome to my picks of the week. This is where you guys want to be, so this is where we're going to go ahead and give it to you. Starting off with the Carolina Panthers. That's right. The Kitty Cats.
Ooh.
New York. I got the Panthers -3. Listen to me. You got a CMC, Christian McCaffrey, still hurt. still not going to be in there. Doesn't matter against the New York. Listen to me. Take the -3. That's the game right there. Christian McCaffrey, if you don't need him, rest him. I think he's going to be out for a couple more weeks. But my pick, Carolina -3. Next game, Seattle Seahawks against who dat? The New Orleans Saints. Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson still got that little janked up finger. He's going to be out. No clue on when this man's coming back. However, I'm still taking him. I don't know why, but I'm still taking him. Seattle Seahawks taking the point +5. Over and under 42.5. Got to take him. I don't see New Orleans Saints beating them. And my lock of the week. Drum roll, please.
Bum 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 bum.
Absolute upset. Tennessee Titans. You've got a hurt Julio Jones with a tweaked little hamstring issue right there. Okay? You've got Brown, who looks amazing and who's putting up numbers, had a little foot action on the sidelines, rewrapped it, went back into the game, had a phenomenal game. Tennessee Titans is going to demolish. It's going to be a shootout, but you got Tennessee Titans +4 over 57.5. Now, these lines that I have were lines of when I wrote this down. That does not mean that your lines won't change. But I had them at +4 and over 57.5. I'm taking the over on this one. This is going to be your most interesting game of the week. Your lock and your upset. Tennessee Titans +4. That's my pick.
Very nice. We have a conflicting bet there, I just realized. Okay. I'm on the KC side. I'm rocking Mahomie.
Patrick, my homie, is not... Listen, I don't see... Listen, I definitely feel like I could be the wrong one. But everybody sees the value in this man, that he is not a Tom Brady, guys.
He's not. I'll be the first to admit that. Okay.
The whole world that this is and is a $500 million man. I think he falls short. Now, is it going to be this year? I don't know if it's going to be this year or not. But I can tell you this, Tennessee Titans upsets that game, and I think you take the points.
You know, Jared Goff was once a $150 million man.
That's true.
That's it. No further questions. I rest my case.
And
it don't mean shit. Your fucking contract don't mean shit.
That's right.
Don't mean shit. Damn you, Goff.
That Julio Jones also said he wanted to live and die in Atlanta, and I think his career actually did die in Atlanta.
It really did. I don't think he's coming back next season with all these little lingering injuries. I think he's done. Anyways, excellent picks. I look forward to beating you this week. I'm coming in 3-0. Okay. Which leads us to the midweek report. Ooh, shit. The midweek report.
My, oh my.
What do we got?
Boys, and some of you girls out there, y'all been acting like girls. Woo! Midweek report. You guys asked for a midweek report. It's brought to you by your boy David Gatz.
That's right.
So we're going to go ahead and give you the midweek report. Now, first things I want to talk about, there's been some trades going on. You've seen some big trades happening. The last one that I believe was going between Fuzzy and my boy Miles, your other host.
Yeah.
So I can't bust the boy's balls, as my brother would say, because man, he really likes his belly. But we can't bust the balls too hard because the boys are making some moves. We do want to call off the guys, what do you call them? The people that go out and look for people.
The scouts, man. The scouts.
What?
The scouts.
We want to call off the rivalry for Andrew. He's alive. He's well. He listened. He texts back. He changed up his line. So we all know that from last week we kind of really stuck it to him. But he's out.
We had to comb a few forests, but there's a pulse. We found him. You know, he's alive and well.
He's alive and well. So first game of the week, it was me against your boy Rambo. I had the win there, 151 over 26. Keep in mind, 151 with a bye week from Debo Samuel, and Gronk still out, and CEH still on an IR for Rambo. So he has a little bit of a crippled team there. Balls needs no introduction. That would be my brother. The man likes balls. He named his team balls. Talks about balls.
He just loves them.
To your shit, man.
Oh, are we already there?
Your shit
guy. Are you sure?
Well, he's in my lineup. I'll tell you what. What if we move on, and we'll use that one for later.
I can't wait. I want it now.
You want it now? Well, let's do it now then. Let's do it now. My brother balls 109, secondary back burner story to this guy, T-Bone Killer 96. He is the shit in the pants for not 1, but 2 weeks.
Damn.
Message for you.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Anthony Mogofreno. That smell right now. It's thick. Prala, you gotta come off some of these players. You gotta make some moves. You gotta do what you gotta do. Put the big gulp down and make some moves, because Mayeg Data, you get the shit in the pants. I don't know what's coming for you, but I can tell you it won't be pretty. Boys and girls, you're shit in the pants for the second week. T-Bone Killer at 96. And I think he's 2 points less than what he did last week. He was 98 last
We're seeing regression, is what we're seeing.
Woo.
We're seeing regression. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Now, I have questions.
Go.
First of all, where do you get a cup of peanuts? And that's a big cup of peanuts.
Listen, number one, hosting with them.
He's definitely, listen, they're probably delicious. They're probably toasted. They're probably like, caramelized with a little, something on there.
Those were Cajun boiled.
Oh,
number one.
Oh,
and he probably got them from Buc-ee's.
Second of all, David.
Yes.
It feels like a perfect segue to introduce a mascot, an ongoing mascot. Less of a mascot, more of a weapon that you've created and you've used to crawl your way to the number 2 spot in this league. It's someone who's rocking similar facial hair.
Someone who is rocking similar facial hair. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk. This has to go back to President of the United States, George Herbert Walker Bush, who went for looking for weapons of mass destruction. Well, I'm here to tell you today the weapon of mass destruction is right here in Gadsden, Alabama. I want to bring to you your boy, the Jinx Face.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
This is the weapon of mass destruction right here. This guy, his name is the Jinx Face. Now, there's a couple rules that goes along with the Jinx Face.
You gotta be careful. Listen.
Take them.
Listen.
You cannot take them. You have to ask permission.
Now, when you say, so what you mean by take them, you mean you cannot use or submit this photograph of Mr. Face unless there has been permission granted by by you.
Correct. Well, furthermore, let's call it not photograph. Let's call it what it is, the Jinx face. Okay? So you can't repost the Jinx face without permission from me. That's number one.
Okay.
I am the owner. Do you realize back with Harry Potter days when Dobby was released, you had to give him a sock? Well, I didn't give Jinx face the sock yet. So he's mine. So
he's mine.
So if you want to use the Jinx face, you have to ask in advance. There is a reservation list for the Jinx face.
Oh, there's a waiting line. It's the whole thing.
And the other thing about it is using him improperly. If you're using him at the beginning of the week, there is a mirrored effect where the Jinx will bounce back onto your team. You may have a Russell Wilson hurt finger. You may have a hamstring, CEH. You may have a kneecap or leg injury with CMC. You never know what will happen. If you want to take the chance, hey, by all means, go ahead and take the chance. But I know that if you use him improperly, the Prikaza is thick. So you got to watch the Jinx face. You got to use him properly, and you got to make sure that you ask permission.
I have so many questions. I could run a whole show on this alone. Where'd you find them? How'd you come across them? You know, do you talk to them? Do you give them a little pregame before you send them out? Who to look for? Do you whisper in his ear, you know, about a certain person, you know, making fun of his facial hair or whatever?
No, let's go on the record. I don't talk to the Jinx face. The Jinx face talks to me. He tells me when he's ready to come out.
Yes,
okay?
Yes, of course.
And is going head to head, and we're ready to fight with another team, and I may lose that week. Brax, para despocar, despo Jinx face, and that's when I put him into the game. And I will say that sometimes I have put him in a little late where it didn't work, but I would say his record's pretty good at 99%. When you're ready to use the Jinx face, you sit there and you just say, you know what? I feel it. He talked to my heart. I'm putting him in the game. It's just like an extra flex, gentlemen. Put the Jinx face in. Boom. You won the head off. Now, unless I'm using him, he is available. But again, it's reservations only. How I found him, I would say it would be more of a calling. The way that I found the Lord is the way that I found the Jinx face. So,
that's horrible.
It's something that comes to you.
That's
the
terrible.
way you don't see the air, you don't know if it's coming from left or right, but you know it's there. That's how you know the face is there. So you just gotta trust in the face.
Well, some would call it cheating. Some would call it genius. I say the latter. Genius.
Listen.
You came prepared this year.
Weapons of mass destruction have been found in Gadsden, Alabama. So carrying on from the midweek report, we got Andrew at 116 against your boy Moose, 174. Guys, let's talk about that for a minute. Moose almost had the high week, but his player gets hurt in the fourth quarter.
And I gotta stop for a second and just acknowledge it, because I acknowledged it in the first episode. Moose has been on a fucking run. He's been on a run. Okay. I believe we're up to 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Moose, you killing it, man.
Good job.
I don't know what's going on, but
making moves. You're making moves. You're snapping necks and you're cashing checks, baby. He wants to go to the playoffs. Woo-hoo!
He's involved. He's past me.
My boys, hey.
Nice. Good job.
Next game. Rocky Greensburg against Mark Duyos. Rocky Greensburg's got this. 144 to Mark Duyos, 121. Zika virus 102. Chris, PGA.
A close contender for the shit in the pants of the week. You just missed it, boy. You just missed it.
Even though we know, look, Ken, not going to go on the record. You don't wear the hat just yet. But we know already on the situ cool on the pantalone. We know it's there.
Yeah, we heard it. We heard. We smelled it.
Greensburg's 150. Mike Greensburg still got high week at 181 with a Leonard Fournette 30 points in the past week. Great game, Mike. You're steadily at number one, but get ready to jump off your throne because baby daddy's coming in town.
Oh, shit.
Last game of the week. Fuzzy, 105. To my play. To a girl, 1 cup. Miles Stanley, 145. Saquon Barkley was out on this game, but it didn't matter. And you still got IR Landry, and he's got Gallup coming back. Fuzzy, good for you. But my look, hold
up.
Hey, Miles, right?
You guys thought I was done?
Right here. I need you to dust that right. That's what we call excellence in fantasy football 2021. My boy, it's grabbing the turf. Inch.
You guys thought I was done. You're looking at me with
sir.
A bad trade, giving Austin Eckler to get CMC. Well, guess what? Eckler shit the bed. I projected a drop off in Eckler's production, and so far I'm on the money. Okay? I need one more bad week out of Eckler. Sorry, Mark. But I need this to feel better about myself. Okay? Trade was done. I was left with nothing but regret. Fear. Okay? Terror. Woke up in the middle of the night screaming. But then I woke up. And I checked the scoreboard, and I was blown away. Your boy Fuzzy. About 50-point situation there. Was not too bad. And I was even a contender for a high week myself, because I had 2 players on the bench that put up 20 points apiece. I would have never made high week, but boy, oh boy, I would have been in that conversation. Okay. Moral of the story is, don't count me out. I'm not done yet. Not done.
Not done yet. As I said, Miles Stanley grabbing from turf like a zombie, going one step at a time, grabbing it, ready to go. Guys, I think not because he's my co-host. Maybe I'm a little biased, but not because he's my co-host. But I think you see some great things coming from my boy. I really do think you see.
I'll Venmo you after this. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Guys, the last thing I want to talk about, and then we'll give it over to my friend over here, is this coming up week, week 7, Mark against Zika virus. Well, again, another one of those guys that has been making move after move after move, but as he should, because it looks like his team was asleep with the number 1 draft pick overall. Mark Duyos, I think, takes Zika virus in week 7.
Okay.
Your upset of the week. Now this is controversial.
I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say.
I think it's gonna be my boy Fuzzy Fresh taking down Mike Greensburg.
Impossible.
I think,
but also possible.
It's very much possible. Mike Greensburg got a great team. He really does. But they're not unbeatable. There's no team in this league that is unbeatable.
Yep.
And bye weeks are going to be an issue for him. I think he's going to be looking at some mistakes happening in the next few weeks. So again, get ready to jump off that throne because Daddy wants it. And final is Chris Moose against Rambo. I'm going Chris Moose. I think he wins 4 in a row.
I'm on the Moose train, dog.
I'm on your side.
Nah,
I want to see it.
I'm rooting for it. I was on it from win 1. From win 1, I was like, you did it. and I'm happy, and I'm continuing to back you up. A win in your books is a win for me. I'm blindly backing you up.
As you told me last week, Moose, you're a good man for now. Well, Moose, all I can tell you, Shava, is I'm a good man every day of the week.
Oh, shit.
I'm always a good man. And when you see a good man, all you got to do is just step aside, okay? Just remember that. You're doing good, but you're only doing good for now. You just remember who's on that leaderboard.
Don't take this good man and turn him into a bad man.
Don't.
He's a
listen,
bad man.
Y'all just don't make me turn into a Gadsden.
Don't make me turn back into the old me.
And that's all I got for this week.
Excellent report as always, David. And now I want to let the people know about a little side bet we got going on, because we got to talking. Okay, a little something on the side. All right, because we get to talking before we start these shows. Okay, there's a little setup, a little whatever, and we chit chat. Okay, we gossip. All right, and he was talking about getting Cooper Kupp from me. Okay. And I value Cooper Kupp very highly. He's the number one wide receiver in fantasy football right now.
Better than this beautiful. Go ahead.
Okay. And not that I would even want to do this trade, but in general, I believe Cooper Kupp is valued in a trade for an RB1. I believe an RB1 is owed if I move him. Okay, you're getting monstrous production, numerous 30 burgers. I mean, I don't gotta say nothing. He believes, and I believe the opposite. He believes that Dalvin Cook will have more production from this day on, from tomorrow Sunday, from this day on, that Dalvin Cook will have more fantasy points than Cooper Kupp, and I'm making the same bet, but the other way around. Okay, I'm projecting and I'm fearlessly forecasting that Cooper Kupp will finish the season from this point on with more points than Dalvin Cook. The bet, the risk, you ask? A jersey. We got a jersey on the line.
A jersey is on the line, but gentlemen, let me tell you, just because they call it fantasy sports, this man took it literally. He thinks Cooper Kupp is going to be Dalvin Cook overall in points.
I can't wait.
Between the end of the year. Listen.
Boy, I can't wait. When
you are fantasizing.
When I'm wearing a LaVisca Chenault jersey at the end of the season.
Boy, when I order my extra large.
Oh my God. Yep, boys, you heard it first. A jersey is on the line, and $11,000 in Bitcoin. No? No good? No good?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for tuning in to Better Sports. I'm your host for the Midweek Report. I'm David Gadsden. Right here is your boy, Miles Stanley. Until next week, have a wonderful evening.
Peace.